Hi guys, Isabella Greene here with my video blog, and today I just want to chat with you a little bit about shifts and timeline switches and timelines in time and law of attraction and all kinds of fun stuff that's happening right now in the co-creation of the new earth. We are in the portal right now, in the solstice corridor, and I reckon, or I feel that our timeline split is going to deepen through this experience, or through the solstice experience. Solstices and equinoxes always bring this opportunity of the energetic new beginnings, and it feels really, really apparent right now. I am observing that the differences between people's realities versus my own, and versus other people's who are on the higher frequency spectrum versus the other people who are in the lower frequency spectrum. It's really interesting to see what's going on, because there is so much freak out going on. There's so much distress and emotional discomfort going on so many levels with people. People who believe themselves to be really advanced too, you know, healers, and people who are in the consciousness field experiencing really intense discomfort. And I always say, hey, you know, isn't it wild to be shown how much healing work there is still to be done for ourselves? Because when we are in that emotional state, that means it's just our natural state of being pointing towards areas that need to be looked at. Of course, we all want to believe that we're all in the perfect place. We're in the perfect place for where we are, but there is always room to grow deeper into our most natural state of being. Our abilities expand in correlation with development of our minds and clearing of our minds, and also clearing of our emotional baggage. The baggage that sits in our cells is like brick wall. It's like bricks of weight that is taking in storage space in our cells, in our energy bodies too, and does not allow us to tap into our abilities. So clearing that kind of baggage is really, really essential for us to receive the gifts, to receive the activations, to receive awareness of who we are, what we came here to do, and how. I've observed that when I tap into a major pattern that needs to be cleared and work on that, and it takes me through incredible discomfort very often, especially if it's the pattern that was sitting in the blind spot for a long time and just seems like, oh, it's just the way it is, or it's just the way things are. But when you discover the root and the original moment when the pattern was created, and then track that throughout your life and recognize that it's just the emotional state that's being repeated over and over through different scenarios, it's disturbing, you know. And having the courage to go through this and dive into it, and some people shared with me that they would have experiences that are similar to panic attacks or really freak out state, and you have to really be able to comfort yourself through that and hold yourself in a safe place through these experiences to allow the patterns to be released. And they're very often released with tears and emotional outbursts, and within your own private space allow all that to happen. And the tears and all of this stuff releases baggage from ourselves, opens up storage space, opens up the space where we can store information of a different kind, and that's the information about our abilities and the knowledge and the knowledge of our origins, and knowledge of our missions, and knowledge of our journeys. All of that comes in when we open up storage space. So yes, during the intense celestial events, like right now we're coming on to equinox next week, during these, or summer solstice actually, during these moments, we have energetic corridors that stimulate all of this. And so a lot of people you'd observe would be in distress, or would be in emotional discomfort, or physical discomfort as well. And that's what we call the upgrade symptoms very often also. And then what happens, what else can happen? Timeline shifts can happen. You clear your baggage, you become aware of your abilities all of a sudden, and if it's really intense, you might have an out-of-body experience too, and then you come back and you observe that you're in a whole different reality all of a sudden. And so the timelines are really, really splitting nowadays. I am observing that, and it's becoming more and more obvious. There is the group going to the left and the group going to the right, and then there is the group in the middle who are kind of in between, and that I call that the gray area. And the gray area is getting thinner and thinner. There is more and more split between the radical positive and the radical negative kind of thing. It's very obvious if you really start paying attention, you would notice that if you are the ones who are leaning more towards the positive group, and I tend to be that, so I can describe that experience. I am observing that my good old friends who I've known for years, but who choose to remain in the negative space, are not able to contact me. Literally, they would call me and I would not receive the call, or they would send me messages and they would not come in, or I will even if they do come in, I will respond and they will not get emails from me, and or emails get sorted out. And it's really funny how we think technology malfunctions, but there is a mind behind that. I've observed that if I wrote back and forth, or tried to write back and forth with a person who is trying to, let's say, who is visiting Sedona, for example, and is trying to meet up with me, and it's just not, I don't know why. I have genuine memory, good memory of them, and I want to meet up with them, and they want to meet up with me, but we just cannot connect. Things are not aligning. The messages are not getting through, and then, oh my God, after much ado, finally, we manage to, if we do manage to meet up, usually something comes up, right? If we do manage to set up a time to meet up, something happens, meaning, their car breaks down, or something comes up for them and they're not able to show up. Or if we really overcome all that is the universe telling you you're not on the same page. You're not supposed to meet. There's no energetic match there, So, but if we manage to get through and set up the meeting and actually meet up, that's when that difference becomes really apparent. Very often I have no idea what they're talking about, and they have no idea what I'm trying to say to them back, and they literally cannot hear you, and you barely can hear them, or you cannot hear them at all, because stuff that preoccupies them and constitutes their reality is so far out of your reality. It's in the same way and the other way around. It's really wild to notice that. So that's the gray area, and I'm seeing that a lot in communication and Facebook too. I'm getting less and less notifications on Facebook about posts that make me cringe or make me uncomfortable. I'm seeing less and less of that, and these people are just disappearing, kind of. I'm seeing more and more of awesome posts and really wonderful, exciting ones of the people who are on the same page as I am, and who are moving into this new reality and taking a perspective, the co-creating a perspective for the new earth and the new reality. Then the timelines. There are, as we know, infinite amount of parallel timelines, and we shift them all the time. We switch from one timeline to the next, and that could happen instantly. That could happen through us going to workshops to induce that kind of experience, or deliberately have that kind of experience. These experiences happen, I observed, through intense meditations or out-of-body experience. You leave your body, you come back, and reality is slightly different. Like you would remember that tree being right there, but today it's on this side. It's like, wow, how did that happen? Or little, glitches in the system where, oh, I clearly know that restaurant was around the corner, and now there is no sign of any restaurant around that corner. And this shows us that we're in a holographic universe, that all of these experiences are projected, all of the environment is projected as well. And so when you really start tapping into that, it's fascinating. I think it's fascinating. Also, a lot to be said about the law of attraction and the timeline shifts, because I think that when you really focus on something, you know how the law of attraction works, and people are teaching that, how to manifest stuff with the law of attraction or via the law of attraction. You focus on something that you want, or there's something or scenario that you like, and then all of a sudden you are in that scenario. What I think that our focused attention literally just pulls us on the timeline where all that already exists. And so that it describes the law of attraction. That's very basic, really. And of course, as human beings, we get everything backwards. So we talk about all kinds of stuff related to the law of attraction, but starting from the other end of it. But I think that it just shifts us, our focused attention shifts us onto timelines where everything that we want, including the kind of reality that we want, I'm not even talking possessions, I'm talking the kind of reality that we want, the kind of earth that we want, the kind of communities that we want, the kind of projects and purpose and missions that we want, that we like, that we enjoy, where all of that exists. And we just find ourselves there. And synchronicities are the in-between messengers, to show us that we're on the right track. Numbers do that a lot. Now I hear a lot of people talking about seeing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, or numbers, consecutive numbers versus like 222 or 333 or 111. We've been seeing these for a while, but I personally am observing that I'm seeing 1, 2, 3s, 1, 2, 3, 4s all the time, and it's like a little confirmation, that your soul is seeking out to show you, hey, you're on the right track. Yeah, like keep going. That's the right direction. So these are the synchronicities. Synchronicities are just there to like little bite-sized treats from our soul to show us that we are on the right path, in the right time, in the right moment. So, well, just sharing a little bit here with you what's in my head, what's on my mind, what's been happening here. A lot of wonderful things are happening. We are expanding. I am expanding with the new project that I'm going to announce really soon. It's a biggie, so I'm very excited about it. I will be in Las Vegas in October speaking and also giving a workshop at Quantum Consciousness Symposium. That's October 20th through 22nd. That would be the biggest event for me. They're expecting about 2,000 people to attend. So I'm excited to be a part of that and to have been invited for that. Many programs and ideas and courses and classes are coming up. So stay tuned to Team Light and also myself, IsabellaGreene.com. If you'd like to have a session with me, I do personal sessions as well. It's also at IsabellaGreene.com. Lots of love to you today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Namaste.